Let me ask you something real quick. I'll bring you back up. You say you play football, right? What position you play? Receiver. Okay. How many NFL teams are there? 32, right? How many players play on the field at one time? 11. Who's the best receiver in the NFL right now? Okay, so are you better than him? Can you take his position right now? Because that's what you signed up to do. When you say you want to play football, you saying that I can beat the best player in the NFL right now. And you got 32 teams with 11 men on there. You think they're just gonna step down and just let you this young dude come in and take their spot? So what's your backup plan when that don't work? Second Maccabees 4. When that don't work, when you don't get on one of them 32 teams on them 11-man rosters, because I think they activate about 55 players at a time, right? 48 of them get to dress out, 11 play. Unless you just hang around on a practice squad. What you gonna do to sustain yourself while you trying to make it into the NFL? You be a truck driver? How you gonna play football if you're driving trucks? Because remember, you gotta be on one of them 32 teams. You gotta be one of 11 that suit up and play. So you're gonna truck drive and play football.
Football don't work out.
So if football don't work, or why not do the truck driving first? Really think about it. You got a decision to make, bro. How about keeping the commandments?
Right.
How about try this first?
Right.
This will give you a clear head. I'm gonna show you where I read the 2 Maccabees chapter 4, verse 15. Start up a little bit. Read verse 13.
The book of 2 Maccabees chapter 4, verse 13. Now such was the height of Greek fashion.
Because that's a Greekish fashion. It is. When I was in high school, we played against people like Adrian Peterson. You know who Adrian Peterson is, right? We couldn't stop this guy. We had people like Terrence Murphy, Chris Bosh. Them the ones that make it to the NFL. You don't have nothing against you. You don't have the height that they're looking for. But you got the spirit of the Most High dwelling in you if you keep His commandments. That's what's gonna help you get what you need to get done. You got to put the commandments of God first. And it talks about not. Read that again. I want you to get this.
Now such was the height of Greek fashion.
That's a Greekish fashion. Run around with a pigskin in your hand and spandex shorts on. Our people used to do this naked. The game of discus. The gym is a place of naked exercise. It's a Greekish fashion. That wasn't designed for us. Read on. But it's a height and it's a distraction to keep you away from God. Read on. Watch this.
An increase of heathenish manners.
It's a heathenish manner. That's what they want you to do. It's a distraction. Because what does it do? It keeps you breaking the Lord's Sabbath.
Bring it out.
When do your football games fall on? What day? Wednesdays. Okay. Is that practice or like the actual game? Like actual games on Wednesdays now? Y'all don't play them on Friday night? Okay, so what grade are you in? You're in 9th grade? Okay, because I remember in varsity, we played on Friday nights. You know what Friday night is? You know why they have it set up that way? It's to keep you in sin, young brother. That's why. When you playing football on Friday night, guess what you're not doing? Guess what you're not doing? I'm going to show you. Give me Exodus chapter 20. And we're going to come back to that. Exodus 20 and 8. This is what you're not doing when you keep it on. When you're playing football, you're not keeping God's Sabbath day. Because today's a Sabbath, and look what He's doing. He's pulling you to go by on the Lord's Sabbath. That little bit of sin, it makes it easier for you to continue to do it. When you're already in it, it's easier to keep doing it. Watch this, read that.
The book of Exodus, chapter 20, verse 8.
Read.
Remember the Sabbath day.
But when we read about the Greekish fashions, they'll cause you to forget. Because you're like, man, I'm out here, the crowd's cheering, my family's watching, I'm going to catch his pass for the touchdown. I remember that feeling, bro. But what you don't forgot though is what they just say. Listen to that.
Remember the Sabbath day.
You don't forgot about the Lord's Sabbath day. You're not set by to honor your fathers. Go back to 2 Maccabees 4. I'm not gonna hold you, but I want you to see the correlation between the two. Football keeps you away from God. It does. A lot of people say, well, I like to thank God. This is the God they thinking when they say that in football. When they out there singing that national anthem. This is the God right there they thinking about right here. They're not thinking of Christ that look like that. They're thinking of this man right here who gave them 11 players and them 53 teams. Read that.
Second Maccabees chapter 4 verse 13.
Read.
Now such was the height of Greek fashions.
When Rome hit its decadence, when it started to be destroyed, they always made the gladiator games grand. They made stuff big. That's what sports do. It distracts you. Read.
An increase of heathenish manners.
They started increasing the heathenish manners. You see players get bigger, stronger, faster, younger. You see it dunks more high flying, more acrobatical. They making it more interesting. It's more enticing. It's enticing to you now, right? It catches your attention. Read on.
To the exceeding profaneness of Jason. That ungodly wrench.
They always use our people. I guarantee you, when you get to the age where they can recruit you, it's gonna be a brother that look like me, him, or him. That's gonna come to your hood and tell you that basketball is the way to go. But you got a plan. Being a truck driver, we got a lot of brothers that drive trucks. That's an honorable profession. And you can also, once you get into so far into it, you can set your own schedule. Can't do that in NFL. Like, what's something that you do not like to do? Something that you despise, you just can't stand to do it. I couldn't hear you. Hey, brother, you're dropping your money.
Right there.
Yeah, it's right there. They fell off over there.
Working.
You don't like working?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's say you want a day off, right? Let's say you want to be off on a Saturday. But let's say if it's of the Lord, you make it to the NFL, and they tell you, well, we know that you want that Saturday off, but guess what? You got to go into the Jewish community and kiss babies and deal with them. You don't want to do that though. But when you under their contract, guess what you got to do? They own you, bro. You got to do what they tell you to do. Why? Read that. Read on.
That the priest had no courage to serve anymore at the altar, but despising the temple.
Because a lot of our people, we despise doing the Lord's work. You just say you don't want to work. The scriptures say if a man don't work, he don't eat. That's Bible. That's what you got to look forward to as you become a man. You got to work. You have to, because why? We didn't keep God's commandments. But now the Most High sent y'all young men here to learn these commandments so you can apply them.
That's right.
And you learn it early. I wish I had somebody talking to me like this when I was your age. Read on.
And neglecting their sacrifices, hasten to be partakers of the unlawful allowance in the place of exercise.
Place of exercise. So you're a receiver. Okay. Say you got great hands, but you blow a knee out at practice. You think the NFL team's gonna touch you there? Why not?
Yeah.
What?
What you could do.
So what you want to do with your life? What's that?
Football.
But brother, you just said if he gets injured, what are you, like an offensive lineman?
Yeah, I play nose guard.
Nose guard. Okay, nose guard. So, and they pay, I guarantee you, if he makes an NFL, he will make more than you. Why is that? Why do you think he'll make more than you? You can't catch if he don't do what he got to do.
Yeah.
But that ain't what it's about, though. I'm going to show you what it's about. Give me Psalm 111 and 10. This is what it's about for young men. Because y'all got to teach him. No, before that, Judas 8:24. Is that your little brother? To all y'all brothers. That's your cousin. That's your little brother. So what you want for your little brother? See? Like 8:24. The reason I'm putting you on the spot, because I see there's something about you, bro. You're special. There's something about you. And I can see that they kind of look to you to be the leader, even though it's your cousin. You the oldest. But y'all look to him. Y'all got a lot of respect for him, huh? Y'all got a lot of respect for him, huh? He's like the leader, ain't he? Okay, I can tell. You can tell by the way he carry himself. This is why. That's why I'm coming to you, Richard. Read that.
The book of Judas, chapter 8, verse 24.
Read.
Now therefore, O brethren, let us show an example to our brethren.
So that's your brother, right? He said, let's show an example to our brethren. You showing him an example right now. You go, I guarantee if somebody try to do him something, you ain't gonna let it happen, are you? Hell no, I wouldn't. These my brothers. If somebody try to do any of us something, y'all have a problem with it. So you gotta show him that example. Show him the blueprint of what you want him to do. Right now, he's malleable. He can be molded into what you want him to be. But you gotta show him an example. Don't follow stereotypes. You know how many people right now in the world that wish they could play football in the NFL? It's a lot of people, bro. But the Lord got something for you. Give me Psalm 111:10. You show him an example. You got to teach him this. So when he gets older, he know which way to go.
You gotta leave over there.
You got to leave out of there? Your mom called? Why you tell her, hey mom, I'm out here with some dudes, they teaching me the Bible. She ain't gonna believe it?
She want that coat.
She want the what?
The book of Psalms, chapter 111, verse 10.
Read.
The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom.
First thing y'all young men have to start doing is fearing God. You gotta fear the Lord. You gotta seek out this truth. Read.
A good understanding have all they that do his commandments.
And then you gotta start doing his commandments. You gotta come learn about the Sabbath. You gotta come learn that you can't eat pork, crab, shrimp, lobster. These are things that have to be taught to you. You gotta learn how football is a Greekish fashion. Do we play sports? Yeah, you play sports in your leisure time. Ain't no sin against that. But it's when that's what you're going after, it becomes idolatry, it becomes your God. It's all right to go shoot basketball every now and then, not on the Sabbath day. But when that's what you're trying to go into, the NFL, not for long, brother, you got so much potential. You got potential oozing out of your ears right now. Why not become a doctor? Why not become a lawyer? Why you can't be a lawyer? Why you can't be a lawyer? Why he can't be a doctor? Y'all better than that though. Y'all like science, math, stuff like that? You like building stuff, putting stuff together? You like something? You like saying good science? Why don't be a scientist? You can be a doctor. Take organic chemistry, some pre-med courses. You don't have to rely on your physical attributes. Rely on this up here. The Most High gave it to you. He made you sharp. He made you smart. He made you a cut above the rest. So you ain't got to rely on sports. Give me Deuteronomy. You know what I want?
7 and 6.
That's it. Deuteronomy 7 and 6. Watch it.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 6.
Listen to this.
For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God has chosen thee to be a special people
He
unto
chose
himself.
you to be special to himself. Read.
Above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
So you were chosen to be better. Not running around with freaking spandex on with shoulder pads and a helmet carrying a pigskin up and down the freaking field.
That's right.
You were chosen to do that. He set you apart from everybody else. The reason that they want you to play football, because guess what it's going to do? It's a distraction. You're not going to learn anything about your history, and guess what you're going to teach them? You're going to make it to the NFL, and guess what? You're going to be right there in the hood telling our people them lies. Like, hey man, look, if you practice and you do a lot of, if you get a 4.40 and you can jump really high and fast, you can make it to the NFL like me. And you know damn well in the back of your mind, like, man, that shit was hard to get there. We got brothers that were in that I call a brother right now that was in the NFL, played for the Buffalo Bills. And he'll tell you how hard that shit is. Excuse my language, it is what it is. But doing this right here, this is easy to keep the commandments. But it's hard when you actually try to rationalize it. You think, hey man, only way I can see myself as somebody is a football. That's why when we ask you, what do you see yourself as? The first thing you said was a football. Can you see yourself as a doctor? Daniel 1. Okay, oh! Can you see yourself as being greater than what you are? You know, they say the stereotype that they say Chinese are smarter than we are. That's bullshit. That is bullshit. I'm gonna tell you straight. Y'all will run laps around them, intellectually, spiritually, and physically. But you ain't got it in your head that you don't think that you can. Because your self-esteem is down this low. You know why? Because you got this right here. You think that this is God. And that automatic, what you do is you set them up. And that's that bacon and scheme, that's that plagues opportunity. Read it. Children of no blemish. Verse 4.
The book of Daniel, chapter 1, verse 4. Children in whom was no blemish. But well favored.
Y'all are well favored. That's why they want to make commercial out of you. They want to make it to where this is you right here. On the auction block. That's what the Columbine is. Let's see how big the Negro muscle is. Let's see how fast you can run. What's your vertical? That's modern day slavery. That's the same thing. They treat you like cattle. But the scripture just said, read. I'm gonna let you go read that. Come on.
Children in whom was no blemish.
There was no blemish. Read.
But well favored.
Well favored. Read.
And skillful in all wisdom.
Skillful in all wisdom. But we utilize our wisdom to do evil. How do I get over on such and such? How do I get over on this? How do I do that? Instead of using the wisdom the Lord gave us for good. That's what we have to do. Use it for good. Read.
And cunning and knowledge.
Cunning and knowledge. Who's smart? Smarter than what they, regardless of what the hell they tell you in them schoolhouses, y'all are sharp. Y'all are the best. Gods on this earth. But we fell low because we keep sinning. Read.
And understanding science.
And understanding what?
And understanding science.
That's why you like science. The Lord, this is the Bible. Children, understanding science. That's why when the other nations come against us, why do you think they have so many of our people in these prestige positions? What are they trying to tell you that you don't see for yourself? That we better than them? Hey, put such and such over there. That nigga smart. That's why they have you over. They have our people over there. Because we what? Read that last part again.
And understanding science.
Understanding science. Read.
And such had ability in them to stand in the king's palace.
They had the ability to stand in the king's palace. That ain't no light task. That means you had to be on your stuff. But pull that flyer back out real quick, Brandon. I'm gonna show you something. I'm gonna show you something because I know Mama calling, and we don't want to disrespect Mama. Come up here real quick. I'm gonna show you something on the back of that flyer. You see that? You see that on the back right now? You see where it says Israelites in Christ? Yeah. You can go to this website right here. Watch, this one cut off. www.israelites.com. Go to that website. Look us up on YouTube. Learn your history, bro.
What is a nation?
Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you.
And finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord. His word